All right, Shalom. Giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the men of great millstone, apostles on down, who teach and rule well, whom I learned this truth from. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four corners of the earth. All right, it's your brother Yaquana coming at you with a quick um, update or um, little lesson on this super typhoon GONI is reaching a Category 5 status. I think it's already Category 5 status right now. And I'm going to just play this.
Pretty nasty impacts to the Philippines at the stage 6 on the CDPS scale right now. So definitely something to take seriously. It's a life-threatening situation.
That it certainly is.
I guess we talk a little bit semantics almost about, is a storm up to 190 miles an hour, or could it get to 195 instead of, its current intensity, for example? But it is important to know that past 160 miles an hour sustained, and we're well past that right now at around 185, which is about 300 kilometers per hour, 1 minute sustained winds. The damage difference isn't really particularly noticeable past that point. So while it's always good for conversation and shows just the pure raw energy that a storm has, even if this thing were to drop to 165, the danger level would be, still really up there at the same level, at least in regards to winds. It is quite extraordinary, I will say, to have such a change in forecast from only a couple days ago when the model consensus was a moderate tropical storm, a weak tropical storm going through the central Philippines, to now having a system that's already been a Category 5 equivalent for over 21 hours now, and will almost certainly be a Category 5 storm for at least 36 hours in total, equivalent. Uh, and a lot of that is at 180 miles an hour plus. So the rarity of this defying expectations per se can't really be understated.
Yep, and well, I'll tell you one thing about this.
Yeah, you hear that? This thing revved up to a Category 5. I think he said in less than a couple of days or something. Like it started out as a little tropical storm and it jumped up to Category 5 in like 24 hours or something like that. I don't know. I kind of missed that. I think 36 hours or something like that. But yeah, just I'm gonna grab a couple scriptures. You know, the Lord said that this is what's to come in the earth. There's gonna be Salak. There's gonna be seas and waves roaring. We can get that in Luke. This is the book of Luke, chapter uh, 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations. And you know the signs in the moon and the stars. Uh, um, just the other week, last week, I think there was like a time where stars were just falling. It was stars were falling out of the sky. I actually saw a couple of them, man. Like shooting stars. I saw like the biggest shooting star that I've ever seen. It looked like a comet entering into the Earth's atmosphere. It was bright. It was like white, blue, and red. you know, it was big, big as shit. It's a lot. But yeah, um, and so And so this is when Yahweh Shai he was speaking of the destruction of Jerusalem, 70 A.D. And like the brother Ratazah mentioned, that this is basically going to be a 70 A.D. 2.0, the destruction of Babylon, which is America. And it reads, "And in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." So we just saw that. We just saw that with that hurricane or typhoon, which is what they call it, about to hit the Philippines. Category 5, winds up to 190 miles per hour, man. That's gonna do some. That's gonna run right through that little place, man. Like a bowling ball. It's just gonna crunch right through it, man. Let's get a second Ezra's 16 and 12. All right, and this is second Ezra 16:12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. You know, this is this is prophecy. You know how this place is, how the earth is just gearing up and showing signs of a new kingdom to come, which is going to be the kingdom of heaven. And the Israelites are going to rule. The Israelites, being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we're going to rule in righteousness. And this devil, which is a so-called white man, he's going to be destroyed. We're going to, his upper elite managers are going to be hidden in their bunkers after the nuclear destruction, and we're going to find them. The 144,000, the elect, the Lord's elect, are going to be sent back down here after we get delivered from the chariots. Into the chariots from this place, from the nuclear destruction. And we're going to come out down here, and we're going to snatch them up and enslave them, take them into slavery as well as the heathen nations. So let's go to let's go to, see, I have Acts in my notes over here. I got Acts, book of Acts 2 and 19. Let's go to, and I will show wonders. Let's go to the 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Most High, I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy. And that's what's going on right now. The prophets are out there on the highways and hedges prophesying. And your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on And on my servants and on my handmaids I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. So, the blood, the fire, the vapor of smoke, that's that earthquakes and that nuclear destruction coming. Um, you know, the signs in the earth. I believe there's supposed to be like a blue moon tomorrow, which is, in Babylon, they celebrate this day called Halloween. So, we definitely don't do anything like that. I got a precept for that. This is Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. And also, that signs, the signs. Let's see if we can get that. We're not supposed to, be tripped out over this thing, because we have this we have the understanding of what's going on through the wisdom, knowledge, the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High, by way of this word, the understanding of this word. Sign, a warning, omen, sign, signal. This.
Strong's H 226. Oath. Oath.
So that would be so like I don't want to butcher the pronunciation. So yeah, miraculous sign, omen, warning, token, ensign, standard, a flag. So the Lord is sending these signs in the earth. And we're supposed to pay attention and be ready. Let's get Luke 21 and 21 and 25. All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. You see, the sea and the waves roaring. That's what's going on right now. I think I came in on, did I come in on that one? Well, that's the spirit anyway. We just came back to it. So yeah. Yeah. There's Luke 21 and 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. And fearful sights, man. Can you imagine what the people of the Philippines are going to see shortly? It's going to be a fearful sight, man. That typhoon, that hurricane is ugly, man. It is tight, it is powerful, and it's coming from, there's a lot of Jake in the Philippines, and they worship a lot of there's a lot of those Filipinos, man. They're Catholics, they're into that Christianity, man. Eat pork, all kinds of, swine eating. Hey, there's a lot of Jake in the Philippines. So anyway, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Shalom.